What's up guys, and welcome to the 13th episode of my Liverpool checklist series. And this episode there's going to be, I think, 5 games, and it's just going to be a couple against friends and a few, I think it's Div 7, maybe Div 6, pretty sure it's Div 7 games, where we do progress, maybe, not saying anything, but we maybe do progress up another division. And as you can see in the start of this episode, we did actually pack Kante, and I sold him on for I think 14.5k, and he went into buying some players later in the episode. But the first 2 games you are going to be seeing is against 2 of my friends, and yes, they're not the greatest of FIFA players, so the stuff that they may do might harm you actually, because honestly the stuff that they're doing here, not necessarily this guy, he's okay, but the next guy, I wouldn't take any tips of what he does any day. I wouldn't take any tips what I do, but what he does, look, it doesn't even start. Well, I suppose as you can see right there, he does actually score an own goal. But now you go into this game, and it's just very easy to open up his defence, really. And then low driven's just too overpowered, especially when you got someone like Mane. So the first 2 games are just against friends, and then the last 3 games are against just random opponents in Div. I think it's 6, 3 games. But here, as you can see, we did actually win the first game 4-1, and this game we are winning 2-0, and then Danny Ings puts it in with a low driven to make it 3-0. And then on the 73rd minute, we do get it with a bit of lag, get it in with Danny Ings again, 4-0. And then we go to Kevin Stewart here, I bought him on as a sub, into Mane, back into Danny Ings, another low driven across the body, so overpowered. That makes it 5-0 in the 82nd minute. He then sort of gives up, goes AFK, 6-0, Danny Ings, 7-0 own goal, 8-0 own goal. And at this point, I was like, can I just have the ball, please? I want to score another goal outright. And I did with Danny Ings to make it 9-0. And how could I be 9-0 up and not score another goal? As Moreno gets it, passes it in to Danny Ings, and he makes it 10-0. And yeah, not the greatest of FIFA player actually. That he can't even spell as well. Fix Apoca Lepez, he's not great. He goes to bad school. You know, what can I really say? It's 10-0. You can't really blame him, to be honest. He just, yeah, that's the sort of thing. Like I'm saying, you don't shoot from the halfway line. This is the sort of thing. Don't take tips from him or me. And there we go. Sadio Mane, and there is full time, and we win that game 10-0 after just winning 4-1. And it's very good 2 games against my friends. Danny Ings there with a 10 rating, and 10-0 we had 23 shots, and here is where it gets interesting. As you can see, we have 47,000 coins, and we buy we don't buy Danny Ings, we buy Daniel Sturridge, the 84 for 8.1k, and then this Coutinho left wing. I could have got him at cam, but I thought Wijnaldum at times wasn't the best, and he doesn't have 4-star skills, whereas Coutinho does have 4-star skills. So I decided to get Coutinho and actually playing left wing going into the first game of Div 6. I'm going to say it's not Div 6, it's Div 7. And this guy has an insane team. Like, he has a ridiculous team for Div 6. Div 7. It's Div 7. Why do I keep saying Div 6? Anyway, Div 6. It's Div 7. Div 7. And Sturridge gets it here. Makes it 1-0. Nice and easy. Low driven goal. And then Philip Coutinho shows him, there we go, into Sadio Mane. Deadly front 3. And you thought he's going to score there, but no. And Coutinho, what a finish that was to make it 2-0 inside 14 minutes. 22nd minute, get it again with Mane for a through ball to Daniel Sturridge, and another goal for Daniel Sturridge, low driven across the body, yet again to make it 3-0. Sadio Mane again into Jordan Henderson, Daniel Sturridge, Jordan Henderson, low driven, 4-0, and then on the 35th minute we make it 5-0 with unbelievable lag. I don't know if that's going to be in the video, but yeah, Wijnaldum now has it here into Henderson, into Mane. Mane does a bit of trickery, gets a bit lucky there, but Wijnaldum makes it 6-0 at half-time. And we go into the half-time break 6-0 up against this guy's team. And I'm just a bit like, wait, what at this point? Like, he must be some sort of guy that just, I don't even know. Like, I even messaged him saying quit at half-time. Oh no, yeah, he went AFK for the next half, and then I just messaged him sort of saying quit because he was AFK, and then said GG at the end of the game because it was a fun game at the end of the day. 6-0 at half time, went AFK for the next half. It's just a fun game really. And going into the second game of the episode, which was definitely the toughest game of the episode, and this guy does have well, latency. Come on, speed up latency. And as we go into this guy's team, I don't think he has a great team, if I can remember. Yeah, not a great team, actually. Sort of 94 chem, Totti up front. Not the greatest of teams. Ramsey in at centre-back. And I thought to myself, I've got to get the win here, really. And in the 22nd minute with Sadio Mane, we do some excellent work with the LT shielding and get ourselves 1-0 up. However, on the 45th minute, stroke of half-time, he gets it. Totti, great through ball to Benteke. Bit lucky, but what can you do? And it's 1-1 at half-time. And then he plays Fabregas. Fabregas plays in Benteke. That then makes it 2-1 to him. And I think to myself, I've got to do some work here. So Daniel Sturridge gets it. Mane back into Sturridge. And I know I've got to finish this chance. And that's exactly what I do with Daniel Sturridge. Another low driven, and then on the 70th minute, Coutinho gets it into Sturridge, back into Mane, and I knew that Mane had the pace and the strength to beat off Zabaleta, and he puts it into the far corner, turning the game around again, and that is full time. 3-2 winners, by far the most difficult game of the episode, deserved in my opinion. 5-0-1 now, we need one win for the title, and then going up into Division 6. And our last game of the episode is, I think, quite a short one, if I remember rightly. This guy was not impressed. His team is alright. He does have a couple of informs. But I went into this game confident, obviously, after winning the last four. Last four. And Sadio Mane, what a chip that was in the second minute. And I knew this guy wasn't the greatest, bringing his goalie out in the second minute. So, Sturridge. And then get a bit lucky there into Mane, and that is 2-0 in the 4th minute. And I'm thinking, how many could it be? Sadio Mane runs here, absolutely taken out by David Luiz. And we get a penalty, and he gets a red card, obviously, for David Luiz. And we've now got a penalty with Daniel Sturridge, and no, he quits. Yep, he quits. And that is another win for us. And I think that is going to be about it from me. Before I do go, the next episode will be maybe buying... I'm looking to buy Inform Milner 86 or Inform Lallana as my next two sort of big picks as such. Coutinho and Sturridge have been great additions in those 3 games. I'm sorry about the quality of opponents the first 2. And in theory, actually, all 4. Apart from the 4th game, that was pretty tough. But, again, doing some of the SBCs maybe next time. But that, for this episode, is going to be about it from me. Goodbye.